nothing too big here. We always see Glass getting banned just due to the fact. Oh man. Why?
If Kaz, our producer, turns the camera back on, all you're going to see me is face palming right now.
I can see it. It's great. It's fantastic. 10 out of 10
TikTok memes begin. Okay. So here we go. Mods will be banned out. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some specialty rules here in NA. Actually, we have different rules, North American CCS and EU CCS. And the reason why is because we pull all the captains from all the teams into a meeting prior to the league starting, and we let them vote on special rules. And, of course, we have some rules that we think up of prior to it as a shield number 2, defensive shield will go off the board. Is we, of course, have some preloaded rules like, hey, do you want to do this, for example? Do you want Lion to be banned this season, which both regions said yes to? We also came with a preloaded rule that says, would you like to ban multiple shield operator? Stokes is having a field day with the meminess of Cloud9. But North America said, yes, we would only like to allow one shield operator on attack that includes Blackbeard. So North America is limited on attack to a single shield. EU voted the other way on that rule. So, and then lastly, I think, which is of no surprise to everybody, the 2 new operators released just yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, not allowed in this season of CCS either.
No, not at all. And most notably in that ban phase, ladies and gentlemen, didn't get to talk too much about it. Ty did touch on the ban of the shields where we are down to 1 ban, and that does include Blackbeard. You can only have Blackbeard as your 1 shield. He counts as a shield, as well as Blitz and Montang all count as shields. Obviously, the other 2 do. So, but most notably, what happened in that ban phase, Maestro and his good defensive buddy Echo have both made it through the ban phase, which is very, very big. I mean, that is the duo in which you're going to see practically every defensive round. And we have them right here. Sippin as well as Aviation, both on them already. They are an absolute detriment to try and get around.
Yes, indeed. So, I mean, it's Oregon, folks. We've been here before. We know the drill. Those of you that haven't seen Oregon played before, welcome to Rainbow Six Siege. We'll be happy to walk you through the whole procedure. Myself and Mr. Stokes here, but as what should be no surprise to anybody, a lot of utility being deployed right away up in Meeting Hall. A lot of different variations of this. Of course, there's no castle. That's variation number 1. There's no Mira, variation number 2. And then sometimes they just reinforce the whole thing, including the upstairs attic, as well as the rear stage. So we're getting variation subtype number 1826B. Am I right, Stokes? All the different ways you can set it up. But here we go into round number 1. Cloud9, Sinister Academy. The Thatcher will come out right away just to clear any possible mute jammers down below blocking that hatch.
Yeah, going to try and clear out as much as possible, and those EMPs might come a little bit later if that's exactly what they want to try and hold those for on Thatcher, being played by Laxing, try and prevent some of those Echoes as well as those Maestros having any effect. We are actually going to have Fox A on the Thermite. Goddess going to be on the Capitao, so nothing too traditional right there. Typically, you do see Goddess playing those more supportive roles, but she is going to be on the Capitao this time around. Going to try and get a little bit more damage on her weapon in her favor, as well as a little bit more utility in those arrows. She is going to be droning out the site right now, and they are already looking to burn all of this utility that they can possibly get right now, and they have to worry about a lot of it. You have those Toxic Babes, you have Echo, you have Maestro, you have practically everything going against you right here, so their timing right now is going to be as impeccable as possible. Foxy already going for the plant. Smokes are going to start coming down. They're trying to prevent as much as possible. Is Foxy going to stick it? No, he's not. He's going to end up rotating out. Goddess marking off that evil eye in the closet so that they know where it is. I believe Mark tried to get it, but it was actually burned by an ADS inside the closet. So, still plenty of time left on the clock as they are going to try and get the rest of this utility.
Yeah, you know, it looks as if they're doing a good job, them being Sinister Academy, of holding off the plant for a while. It looks like they're slightly uncomfortable, perhaps, with not having the mirror downstairs. I mean, the banning and competitive, they've been through it before this last season. The plant will begin to go down downstairs, but the Thermite is very weak. Goddess will peek out and actually protect the planter, getting a kill in the process. C4 will come just a tad too late, missing everybody. The plant will go down. Only 3 of the defenders remain in order to try and retake. Detox will kick it off, finding 1, but the Capital Bolt and the Claymore combine to take Smurfin and Rudy off the board. It is only Detox, 1 health and a dream. Mark the Shark with that RC4 will shut him down, and that will be round number 1 going to Cloud9.
Mark the Shark, the quote-unquote best player on the team, as he said on their house review for Cloud9. He literally said that as much as possible throughout the entire video. It's like, yeah, I obviously have the best bed because I'm the best player on the team. It's fantastic. Great video. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. But obviously not right now. We got a match to play. But some great stuff coming out right there. And a very smart plant. I actually haven't seen the diffuser go down in that spot in quite a long time. But very, very good team play coming out right there. Got us moving forward to take those bullets for her teammate. If that's not a teammate, I don't know what is.
That I don't. And I tell you what, not only did she step out in front, but securing that kill was key because the Thermite at that point maybe had 12 health. What do you think, Scoats? I mean, 1 bullet passing through Goddess and into that Thermite would have ended both of them, and then it would have been a completely different story. But that was probably the key clutch play of that round, was stopping, I believe, the Maestro in hallway there. But here we go, round number 2. Cloud9 will take a, I won't say easily, I think it was a pretty well-fought battle in round 1.
Yeah, absolutely. That para doing that work right there, definitely. That gun is so good after they buffed that, I believe it was 2 or 3 patches ago. But the para is such a powerful weapon now, and that is why, once again, you see so much play in this Capital. And they are relatively going to have the same setup. So Fox A going on to hard breach once again. That does not mean that that man will not get kills. Trust everyone, that man will get kills if he can find them. Fox A is a nut. So I'm really hoping that Sinister can make an adjustment here to try and get a little bit more delay on their utility. I felt like their utility usage right there really cost them. They were using it when the diffuser wasn't going down, and they were more or less trying to get baited out. They had those evil eyes. They can tell when the bomb's going down, but they still use their utility too early.
Yes, indeed. So Ash will throw the inaugural bullets right down the stairs, open up a little bit of a sight line to cut off that rotation. Sounds like the hatch getting opened up as well. And a decent amount of map control in the first 30 seconds here for Cloud9. Not sure if the defense is kind of just wanting to play the slow. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even notice till right this moment, but it doesn't look like there's too many defenders downstairs. I'm not sure if they're spread across the map or if they're all hanging back towards rear stage. Yeah, it only appears as if 2 are downstairs, but of course, without any pressure being put on Meeting Hall right now by Cloud9, with the exception of Mark trying to get a couple of little bullets through the drone hole, a lot of activity, defensive activity upstairs. They actually haven't opened I was going to say the hatches up. Finally, they'll get them open.
Yes, they will. And we actually have Smurfin playing all the way in T3 of Red Tower right now, which is huge. I mean, he is all the way off of site as far as he can possibly get, relatively speaking, but he is going to rotate all the way downstairs right now. As you guys can see his silhouette running to the other side of the map. They have recognized out that there is people inside of the meeting hall. That is going to be a Nitro Cell going off. Diffuser down once again, and everyone up. I cannot believe that they've allowed this once again. We'll see if they are going to be able to get this retake. Rudy starting things off right as he is going to take down Goddess. No more Capital bolts on the map. Mark going to find one of his own, though. Smurfin is going to go down off that bounce peak. Detox going to take one of his own as Retro is going to catch some bullets. Sipping on OJ, going to make Fox catch another set as well. Mark, though, going to clean things up on a Detox. Mark going to take another one, but Sipping going to clean up another one as Mark's going to go down. It's going to be all left up to Laxing as he is going to start hearing the diffuser go down. Is he going to be able to take out Aviation? No, he's not. Aviation with that beautiful LMG and a lot of health going to be able to put a bullet into Laxing, winning things off for Sinister.
With the exception of Mark the Shark almost single-handedly making a comeback, that was pretty flawlessly executed by Sinister. I don't know if the approach by C9 was so different that they were able to just find that success, or if Sinister, you know, and especially their IGL, made some sort of, I don't know, decision and change, but that was very well executed on the same bong site that they had struggled a lot with the previous round, and Sinister bringing it right back, tying it up 1-1, and I think the folks out there that the 94% might have a different opinion if we do see these two teams play next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Kids' dorms, though, going to be selected as the second site. I mean, who would have known? Who would have known, Ty? Kids' dorms on Oregon? I mean, come on. Come on. But it is going to be the second site selected for tonight. As the current round split is 1-1. Split right down the middle, but we still have a lot of map left to play. Things really falling apart there for the team of Cloud9, their post-plant. And it really didn't fall apart from above, and that's typically what happens on that site, is that vertical pressure is relieved from the offense, and the defense is able to take that back over and really able to just gun everybody off of those main stairs. That is not what happened right there. They literally went on a pure horizontal play and ended up just winning out their gunfights and taking back the site. Very, very impressive by Sinister Academy.
Yeah, and let me just I know I've said this. I I just want to rephrase this, that, you know, Sinister's been here 4 times, right? They've finished in the top of the CCS. And folks, we've had a Pro League team, at least one, usually 2+ in every single season of CCS, and they've still managed to come out on top. So they're not phased by the fact that this is Cloud9, like a lot of people that might not have heard of Sinister before might think they may be. Okay, and what I'm seeing as a result of that is I'm seeing them be patient. I'm seeing them being very spread out, and they're very fluid on the move, and they're not playing scared, and that's going to go to their advantage. But let's not kid ourselves. Their opponent is Cloud9. So 1-1, a minute down, typical information gathering coming on. As a matter of fact, Fox A already getting the closet open. Cloud9 yet again moving fast on their approach.
Yeah, and all of this is all down to team synergy. This is exactly what helps out with starting to get that utility down in order to get things opened up quickly, and that's where Cloud9 is really striving. Again, that team house playing a little bit of play into that, able to keep that team synergy up very, very high. They have Retro over on the far double window with that Blackbeard, and you can tell just by the operator selection from each team that they definitely respect their opponents, as you were just saying. Cloud9 is not taking them as a slouch. Goddess gonna win out her fight there, and oh my goodness, what a second shot by Goddess! Gonna put 2 into the dirt right there, sipping on OJ, gonna catch a couple bullets to the face, as she is gonna be able to win that one out. What a shot! That's going to be no more Pulse and no more Jaeger, so no more Nitrocell except in the hands of Valkyrie. And she's already going to be down, as well as Mark is going to do some work, but Aviation is going to be able to find him for a second time this matchup. Fox A going to start putting the bomb down. Detox, not very much health, but he does still have those toxic babes. As Goddess is actually going to burn up Fox A. Oh no! What a blunder, but there is still going to be 3 up, and they have plenty of time to get this diffuser down. Now, Aviation and Detox. Only 2 left on site, and Detox has to worry about peeking anything right now. He has no health, and this is more than likely going to be the death of him right here. He's going to pop some bullets. He's going to break Retro's shield, but no damage is going to be done to him. Goddess, tons of damage done to her. Retro going to finally find that kill onto Detox. Aviation, though, going to find Laxing. Is he going to be able to find another one? He is not. Retro not even going to take any damage. Goddess legitimately has 1 health, but 1 health in a dream is going to come through, as Aviation is going to go down, and that is going to be the second round for C9.
Goddess ended up with a 4K. Of course, one of those was her teammates, but that's okay. She got the job done in the end. I'm going to say this. We saw a spectacular 2-piece from Goddess, just peeking that hallway, letting the defenders make the mistake of peeking. I don't know why they decided to double peek her 1 at a time, right? That is a, dare I say, rookie mistake, is, you know, Sinister Academy, whatever. But at the same time, they should know better than that. And I was just harping on the fact that they were being so patient, and you know, and I was commending them for that, basically. So because of that, they were in a very sticky situation. So when Goddess made that blunder, I mean, if the numbers were even, if we were talking about a 3-3 or even a 4-3, if they're a little bit closer than a 4-2, the accidental firebolt kill on the planter, mind you, right? As the plant's going down, stopping the plant might have been the mistake that would have turned it into Sinister's favor. So if they hadn't have peeked on Goddess, that round could have gone completely different, but it didn't. Well played. Great shots from Goddess. And here we go into round number 4. Cloud9 up 2-1.
Absolutely. And the one thing I did actually want to make a comment on that, their little bit of a blunder that we did talk about with those kills going through by Goddess. It's that re-peak mentality that we were talking about. Well, not re-peak mentality, more or less that refrag mentality that everyone tries to entrench into themselves to try and get those refrags on their teammates when something like that happens. And traditionally, you don't see a player kill someone 180 to run the other way. Here's bullets, 180s, and kills the other person with another headshot. That just... you can't expect that to happen. So just really, really good play coming out from Goddess right there, just landing her shots, able to pick up 2 downstairs.
Yes, indeed, and round 4 begins, and like usual, I expect Cloud9 to have a decent presence in the building at some point, but Laxi, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's circling back. He came out of spawn, ran down the south side of Oregon, decided to turn around and run all the way back to spawn. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's going to cost him a couple of seconds here at the end as a split push begins. The Thermite will start breaking open the master bedroom, as well as Ash will be working on that armory closet, but I don't think any of them will find anybody. And there goes the peek again, Rudy. What are you doing? Easy kill for the ACOG of Goddess, and now 4-5. The dock is gone without any expelled utility of any kind, and disappointing to see them slip up like that twice in a row.
Yeah, that's going to be dock off the board very, very early. No more heals and no more ACOG for the defense except for Maestro on site. Now, that pressure that we've been talking about with Cloud9 this entire time is definitely coming through right now. Laxing going to apply a little bit more as he is going to be able to take out Smurfin. And they do have Pulse sipping on OJ downstairs on the bottom of main stairs leading down to laundry room. And Goddess is actually going to be down right now, but obviously points are not on this is competitive, so they do not know that she is down. Sipping on OJ, taking a little bit of damage though, as they are rotating over to see if they are going to be able to save Goddess. Retro, though, trying to find anybody inside of kids' dorms. It is not happening for him right now.
Yeah, mainstay of Oregon is always putting a Blackbeard as Laxi gets his second of the round on Sippin'. And now Pulse and Jaeger both gone as well. Only the smoke make that. Only the smoke. Actually, yeah, only the smoke remains. Laxi will find his third on Aviation. And the world to conquer still left here for the smoke. A whole minute left to go, but his teammates all met their demise. Detox will find one on Mark the Shark. He's got a couple more to find. One right in his face. The shotgun will remove the head of Fox. 3v1. The diffuser will get planted. I think C9 takes that as their cue to maybe back up just a little bit. The timer ticking away. Still a mountain to climb, although 2 less people to find here for Smoke as he drops below. Laxing will be waiting for him. Laxing with the quad kill. And that would be C9 taking 2 in a row and bringing it to 3-1.
All of Cloud9 right now is just full throttle. Everybody is getting these kills. They're setting things up fantastic. I mean, they had every single door that they could possibly have, including the hatch, locked off from Detox trying to rotate out. So, very, very good team play coming out once again. We'll see if they are able to try and keep this up throughout. But for right now, everything is just firing on all cylinders for them.
Our production team is making fun of you for saying Cloud9.
Did I say Cloud9?
Yeah, you just got
Cloud9, dude.
That happens to me more than anybody, so I feel like I can't make fun of them because I get tongue-tied more than just about anybody. But, what are you going to do, right? So here we go into round number...
Look. I'm just trying to say this. When I get in that play-by-play mode, I'm talking really fast and I don't trip up, that's, you got to trip up at some point.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir, brother. I'm riding the same train as you, my friend. I trip over myself more often than I'd like to admit. But, hey, such is the nature of the game when you've got to talk for, 5 hours? So, anyway, here we go. Round 5, Cloud9 up 3-1. Sinister, this is going to be a key moment here for Sinister, as this is the point where it gets to be such a lead that it's very difficult to come back. 2 rounds above, very doable. Are you going to have to fight? Yes. After you fought and brought it, and been able to win 2 rounds, you're still tied, right? You still have to do a lot more work to finish it off. But once you start getting into the 3 or the 4-1, the 5-1, and now with the new rules, the 6-1, every single round becomes more and more difficult because not only do you have to win to bring it back, but you have to continue to win after being tied when the winningest team, at least in the, before you were able to tie it up, is going to step on the gas pedal at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm honestly very curious to see if Cloud9 is going to be able to keep this up throughout the two maps, just strictly due to the fact that Oregon is more of a hard map. And what I mean by hard map, ladies and gentlemen, is there's not a lot of destruction on Oregon comparative to Consulate and a lot of other maps where you can really, really mold the environment into your favor. Oregon really isn't like that. You have a couple wall panels where you can make rotations and watch the back of stage like we have Sippin' on OJ doing right now. But other than that, it's more or less just set up for gunfights and trying to hold sight, and that is relatively it. So I'm very excited to see if C9 is going to be able to keep up this pace. But as of right now, they're looking very, very good.
Yep. So a minute off the clock, a lot of front lobby control. Still a couple of the defense in the meeting hall. The Fox A will begin to open up this wall. About half the round go. This is a little bit slower than we've seen from them previously. Not sure if that's going to affect their ability to close it out once the gunfights begin. Mute will kind of hide in the corner. His rotation back to hatch is cut off unless he can manage to find a window when some droning is going on. Smurfin will come in and try to, I guess, cover the hole, as is Sippin once again up in attic, ready to pounce should they try and push meeting hole.
Yeah, most definitely Sippin down, and we have Mark with a little bit of a needle stuck in his foot, but he is going to be able to take out Legion, the man that did it to him. But Smurf going to find him, as Mark had absolutely no health, one shot indefinitely, but that's not going to matter now. We do have Rude down, so that smoke is going to have to try and get picked up, and that is going to go through as Aviation is going to finally find him. Now, Diffuser is roughly halfway through time. 4 people up, and Retro going to find another one. Smurfing going down. Rudy going to find one of his own onto Goddess with a clean headshot, and Aviation's going to try and stick the Diffuser here. They have to try and stop, and there's so much chaos going on. I don't think they're going to have time. Laxing going to find one, but no, Sinister choosing the right thing. They smoked off the hatch. What a good play by them right there. Able to break off that vision from the hatch and stick that Diffuser.
Listen, great job to Aviation for sticking that Diffuser, but holy moly, hats off to the smoke in that scenario. He just ran up that stairs with that shotgun and wreaked havoc, breaking the coverage of that Diffuser that the attackers had put in place, right? A couple of different angles. Oh, if he gets killed, then I can kind of step out and peek and get the refrag, and whatever. Harass anybody who would be poking at the Diffuser, because we saw them stop a Diffuse from that angle with somebody tucked in behind the washing machine. So they know that they can hit that shot, right? Even from the hatch. They don't have to drop or do anything. So for him to disrupt the setup that the attack had to cover, and this is Detox I'm talking about here, the setup that they had to cover that plant, fantastic job with that shotgun. He lost his life in the process, but Detox won them the round.
It was actually Rudy that was playing smoke that time.
Was it really?
Yes, it was.
Detox, whoever Detox had a shotgun, didn't he?
Yeah, but Rudy was
Detox.
playing the smoke. I promise you. I promise you. But yes, either way, they both did fantastic. So either that or we're both wrong. Don't worry, Twitch channel.
Where's my producer at? Who was playing smoke that last round, Kaz?
Kaz, we need you.
Me and Stokes are at war now. We got to figure out who's right, or else we'll never be able to continue.
Don't let Ty be right. He'll never let me get the end of it. It'll be 2 a.m. He'll just won't let it go. But it's fine. You're fine. You know, when he owns the league and I just cast it, that's kind of how it goes. Kaz wasn't paying attention.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kaz is fired.
It's okay because I still love you.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. But we are going to be in round number 6 now, as we are going to be rounding up to the last little bit of the defensive sets here for Sinister. This is going to be their second to last one here. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us and you haven't been paying attention to Rainbow Six in a while, there is a new set list of rules for ESL as well as CCS, because we more or less mirror, just add our own little, taste of flair, a little bit of spice to it. We like our memes spicy, so that's what we do here. Our set is going to be 6 and 6 on each side, and then you rotate to the other side. So 6 offense, then 6 defense, or 6 defense, 2 6 offense, and you play a best of 2 on a point system. If you win both maps, you get 3 points. If you tie the maps, you get 1 point for each team. So obviously, if you lose, you get no points, because losers don't get anything. That's how competition works. So, as we are going to have our first set of kills coming through here, Retro picking up 1, and Sippin going to find Fox A, and that is going to be the only hard breacher that they have. I do not know for sure if they have opened the closet. If they don't, that is going to be kind of a blunder. But if they do, it's okay if Foxy died, because he already has his job done.
Hey, can we just talk for a second? Why is Smoke outside right now? Okay? Why are you jumping out, Smoke? Okay? You've got so much utility. Hang back in kids. Wait till the timer goes down. Start chucking smokes to getting damage down on the attackers because they're going to be forced to push. Did he do a little bit of damage to Blackbeard? Yeah, he did a little bit of damage, but guess what? He still has all his utility off the board as well.
Yes, he does. And I honestly believe that was a little bit of Caster's curse right there for me because I said spicy memes.
And it looks like we had a feed drop, so we apologize for that. I think we're trying to get it fixed as soon as possible. I don't know. It just dropped on us, but that's okay because we've got everything it takes to get it back up online. Now, here is the thing. If the match is still in progress, okay, then we are going to let the teams play it out. We will try to reestablish connection to the live video, but we do not want to interrupt the match just to bring it back online. Most likely, it's just a stream failure from our observer, in which case, easy peasy, we just reconnect, and then we can get right back after it. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to, actually, we're getting some information for you right now. I guess we could talk about a little bit about what we've seen so far. What we've seen so far is Cloud9 putting some pressure, but Sinister pushing right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of a very aggressive, not even kind of, a very aggressive play by the Smoke right there. Don't really know what was going on with that one, but I mean, it does actually appear that we are going to be having the game come back up here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, a little bit of spicy round there, as we are going to have, we just got this update from our in-game spectator, is that Sin is taking round number 6. So, Sin takes round number 6, which is going to put us at a tie 3-3, as that is going to go into the attacker-defender role swap, which means that Cloud9 will now be on defense. So, as we will be getting back in here shortly, we'll see exactly what will be going on. And it appears that the feed is still busted, ladies and gentlemen. But as we were seeing from that last round right there, we did have a couple very aggressive plays come out from the Smoke, as well as we did have that Blackbeard sitting out on the double windows, which is traditional for that site.
Yes.
But things seem to be going into the favor of Cloud9 there just for a second. They did have the Smoke down, which is massive utility. And things were really, really starting to pan out for them. Now, the one thing that we didn't know...
I was just going to say, it looks like our feed has come back, so we will get that on air for you shortly. But until then, you'll see our pretty mugs, as we explained to you. But yeah, so it looks, I don't know what you're seeing on your screen right now, but it looks like, yes, indeed, it is 3-3. So I've said it from the start, Mr. Stokes. I've said it from the start. Sinister's been here. It's done it. They're not going to be intimidated, and they're going to be there all the way through to fight, no matter who they're up against, Cloud9 or the ladder.
Yeah, I think that 94% might be shaking in their boots right now, Ty. We'll see. Bad news is I'm you know what? I'm not going to reveal it. I'm not going to reveal it. I'll tell you at the end because, you know, we're non-biased content. That's what we stick with here.
Non-biased content.
Professionalism. That's what we stick with here. So, do we have the, I believe we have the feedback, correct?
Yes, we do.
Yes,
I think
we do.
Live.
Awesome. Well, guys, welcome back. 3-3 again. So, as he was saying, Sinister, no slouches, and that's exactly what we want. We want to see this Cloud9 roster, you know, get a little bit sweaty, get a little bit shaken in their boots. That's what you want to see at a competition. That's where fantastic plays are made, and then Stokes gets to yell at stuff, and that's what we want.
Let's make Stokes yell at stuff. Here we go. Roll swap has engaged as we go into round number 7. This will be Cloud9's attempt to defend and Sinister Academy's attempt to attack. Looks like they spotted one of the defenders, I think the Ella, hanging out in 3-story. Of course, everybody knows that spot. Just trying to cut off a rotation, put some damage down. Now, what I didn't see until just right now is we got another defender at the top of 3-story. So a very heavy Cloud9 defense going on back in rear stage.
Yeah, a lot of people dedicated back here, and we have some people playing outside trying to see if they can try and find anybody's feats. He's running by the staircase, but they are not going to be able to find Laxing rotating downstairs. Just too fast with that 3 speed right there. And actually, as you guys saw, a little bit of sprint there by Aviation. If you guys were looking at him, he does actually have the new Rogue Pro League set on. And I actually haven't seen anybody with that on yet. It looks fantastic looking out of the corner of the screen right there.
Give us a third-person view of that.
Yeah, can we see a little bit of that there, Violet? Can we see that before this round gets a little bit actiony?
Beautiful Pro League.
Gotta go to Aviation here. Gotta go to Aviation.
Just released with the new patch. It's really a cool thing that Rainbow Six is doing to help these orgs out, because you know, Pro League is growing so much, and to entice these big orgs in is something that benefits all of us, whether you're a comp fan or casual fan, because the game's fun, and to bring money into the game is nice. Detox, Retro, each one of their own. So started off the IQ and the Pulse being removed. They're going to see that nobody is in meeting, but of course the rear stage soft wall is opened up, ready to send some bullets out from the top of those stairs. The Habana will actually, after getting the hatches open, will start to peek out and somehow land the shot. Smurfing right on a Retro, Sippin, also on a Fox A, and now the defense getting picked apart.
Yes, absolutely. And Sippin is putting in absolute work right now. That's going to be kill on the Goddess. It's going to be all up to Lax, and he's immediately going to find 2. Find 3! That's 3 headshots! Oh my goodness! He's only got 1 to find. It's going to be Sippin, and Sippin has no health, and they know exactly where he was prior. But as everyone knows, operators have feet, so Sippin is going to be able to run back out here. And he's going to go and hold up inside of Classroom.
Somebody splash water in my face, please. Somebody splash water in my face. What is happening right now? Now, the diffuser is down, folks, but Laxing, this might be one of the best clutches for sure we've seen this season. Of course, for play day number 1. We have seen a couple of EU matches. No, Sippin, with, I believe, 4 of his own, will do just as much damage on the other side, but I'll tell you, what a valiant effort on the side of Laxing, almost finding 4 in a 1v4. That was intense. But Sinister held steadfast, and now they take their first lead of the match. Yes,
they did, and they're making it look pretty. They're making it look pretty hard, actually. I was gonna say pretty easy, but that's not it at all. That's not it at all. What is happening?
Right.
It's very, very drawn out rounds coming down to the last second. Almost every time. There's only been a handful of rounds here. There actually one that was, I believe it was round number 2, where they had 5 up and just smoke alive for Sinister, and that's it. So very, very tough rounds to come by right now. But Sinister is definitely putting in what is needed to try and pick up these rounds.
Yes, indeedly do. Here we go. Round 8, second defensive opportunity for Cloud9. They will opt to go back downstairs. Something that I actually like. A lot of utility being deployed up in Meeting Hall, as is standard for this hole. You know, we haven't seen a castle come out yet, which isn't, you know, I guess atypical. I've been seeing a lot of castle, I guess, for some reason in the more recent competitive Oregon Meeting holds. But that will not be the case here. Lax will drop a couple of batteries, however, onto the wall of Kitchen. But there is a Thatcher on the side of the attacker.
Yes, indeed. Thatcher, the absolute best at his job, and which is getting rid of defensive utility that is powered by electricity. So,
5 seconds remaining.
Since he is going to be using those EMP nades to try and get rid of as many of those defensive utilities as possible, including those batteries on that wall per se, we'll see exactly how Sinister is going to try and take this. Now, they do have Dokkaebi. We haven't seen too much Dokkaebi today, but she is a fantastic operator, able to make those phone calls to try and find where defenders are lying. And since there is no mute... Oh my god, Ty. Anyways, defenders... Dokkaebi trying to find those defenders with those ringtones, no mutes in play to try and alleviate any of that phone calls that can possibly happen. They are going to find a couple people held up inside of meeting room, though. A minute has only left the clock, as we are going to see Sinister start to put some pressure on the lobby.
Absolutely. So, a minute down, not much happening. I believe the walls in a meeting getting opened up a little bit of a hold here on the top floor for the defense, and the attackers actually taking control of it, getting attic open. They're wasting a little bit of time. They're not in the danger zone yet. They do actually have the main lobby under control, which I didn't realize until just now. So they'll get a grenade down, get that wall open up, try and clear out, or back up rather, the defenders as much as possible to go for a diffuser plant right now.
Yeah, everyone alive except for Mark the Shark, as Smurfin is going to do him a favor and take his life. And as we are going to see the pressure coming out from Sinister up here inside of lobby, they have the hatch open, the smoke plays coming out, Aviation almost killing his teammate right there. But to no avail, no damage done to the offense at all. And as soon as I say that, Caster's Curse is going to come out, and so is Laxing, the absolute monster he is. And he's actually just sitting on top of the washing machine. I don't believe that they know he's here. He's going to get some pre-fires out. He's not going to find anybody. He's going to go for the aggressive play here, but Detox is ready for it, as he is going to take him down. 48 seconds left on the clock. They have a lot of utility left up on the board, except Foxy has no more of those toxic babes. But we do have Retro still alive with those evil eyes. So we'll see if he is going to be able to try and prevent this play in here. It looks like they might be going for a backdrop, but they do have Goddess playing back here with that beautiful Scorpion Evo, which can absolutely tear through anybody that's going to try and drop this hatch. We'll see if this will be the dedication that they try to go for, as we are going to hear shots raining down from E-Box. But no, Detox is going to be able to find Goddess. Retro going to get a frag on the Aviation in the process, though. Detox looking for two, not able to find another one. Sippin, though, going to find one of his own, but Sippin going to find two. Wow. He's going to clean it up for Sinister Academy. What a shot by him right there, as he is going to be able to take out those two, and he's going to put Sinister in even more of a lead.
Yes, indeed. Sipping on OJ, two really good ends to two back-to-back rounds. And now look at this 94%. Sinister up by 2 rounds.
Quaking in the boots. Quaking.
I just cannot, I cannot state again how, I don't want to say that I expected this out of Sinister, right? I didn't expect Sinister to necessarily go one way or the other. All I wanted to mention was that, of course, Sinister absolutely had the ability to go toe-to-toe with just about anybody. And they're showing it right now. Can they hang on? That's yet to be seen. This is not match point because this is a best of 12. So it's first to 7. But one more round, you're on match point. So now is the time Cloud9 needs to try and get back. And they will go a 3rd consecutive defensive hold attempt in the basement.
Yes, they will indeed. And you want to talk about one thing that I definitely didn't expect. I definitely did not expect Fox A to not have a kill yet through 8 rounds at all. Fox A usually is that guy that will frag out. And you know, we always love to talk about, you know, when people play Rainbow Six Siege competitively, it's not all about kills, and it's not. But sometimes, you know, when you do have that 0, 3, and 7, it does have just a little bit of an effect on those rounds. Just not able to win out those gunfights he's currently getting into, or it might just be one of those cases of just not even getting into gunfights. That does happen quite a lot. So we will see exactly how they're going to try and do the offensive rounds this time, see if they are going to be able to extend this lead any farther. They are 1 round off of match point, as Sinister is looking very, very good. Looking poised to actually take this map off of Cloud9 right now.
And very surprising to 94% of you, but I never doubted it for a second, but it ain't over yet. Still a lot of Siege left to be played. Of course, this is only map number 1 of this matchup. So a lot left to be done still. One drone will find 3 of Cloud9 hanging out in the middle of meeting. They will since disperse upwards and downwards respectively. But a lot of information gathering being done. You know, only a minute done. Full lobby control now and kitchen control seemingly in the hands of the attackers. Sipping on OJ, who's gone on a tear with that Zofia 2 rounds in a row, actually being the deciding factor in both of their attacking rounds so far. Will work on the backside where Retro hangs out with Maestro.
Retro hanging out with Maestro, as Ty said, back here in Big Tower. And Sipping on OJ, trying to find out exactly where Retro is. That drone is going to finally find him, as he is going to know that he is playing here. Going to choose to come down the side of Big Tower. Does not want to try and contest him from that window. Retro really worried about anything that could possibly happen inside of this Big Tower right now. You can see him looking around to his different angles, trying to see if anybody's going to try and come from the windows or anything like that, but to no avail just yet. OJ's finally going to rotate in. Free Fire's coming on the stairs, but nothing's going to make any contact. Retro playing a little bit deeper into the stairwell. He's looking now. Is he going to find him? He is going to pop some shots. Cuts into half well. Finally chops him down, and Foxy is going to find his first kill of the round as well onto Aviation, as this round is starting to look very, very good for the defense. But God is taking an absolute ton of damage here, as well as Retro has taken quite a bit from that previous gunfight that we just witnessed. And the utility is going to start to get dedicated to the site. Laxing going to find Smurfing in the process, though, as those toxic babes are going to do quite the work. And that is the Foxy that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen, as he gets extremely aggressive through the smoke, just like a comparative old Cloud9 player, as he is going to find one. And that is going to be another round for C9, drawing it just a little bit closer back to where they want to be.
Yeah, a flawless round nonetheless, if I'm not mistaken. And Detox looking a little bit confused at the bottom of the stairs and barbed wire surrounded by toxic smoke. Not a lot you could do there. But here we go into round number 10. Cloud9 bringing it one round closer to a tie. And folks, we've got a game on our hands. I mean, we're 10 rounds deep. It's a one round differential between these two teams. This will be the first attempt, however, upstairs for the defense of Cloud9. They were very determined to make downstairs work. Perhaps they had, or maybe even thought that they had downstairs in the bank, or upstairs rather in the bank, and they just wanted to get that W. Downstairs they had, they weren't in a terrible position. They weren't down so much. It was only 2 rounds. But now if, they're feeling confident upstairs, it's an easy tie it up. And then, of course, only 2 more after that to take it. 1-1, we go into overtime.
Yeah, most definitely. And honestly, that's really what I want to see. I want that to be the tagline of day 1 of CCS Season 4, is Sinister Academy going toe-to-toe with Cloud9. I mean, what a fantastic story to tell, and I'm really, really excited that myself and Ty are the ones to tell it here, as we are going to see our first castle of the day, Ty. And I'll let you touch on that a little bit, because you were, discussing a little bit earlier.
Castle. I've been wanting castle, but I've been wanting castle for the meeting hall. But what do I know? This is Cloud9 we're talking about. I think they know strats a little bit better than me. But here we go upstairs, and some pretty common areas. Of course, the window, and we might actually see something brought down into kitchen is a possibility. There's also the soft wall in between master closet and small dorms has been impacted. So there's 1 reinforcement, 1 impact. Interesting to see exactly what the plan is with that. But Foxy definitely going to dig in there with the protection of that castle barricade to try and poke at any of the attackers working on master.
Yeah, we are going to see an operator switch by Sippin here. He's going to go from Zofia, which, is, I like to call her the reserved entry fragger. She's a little bit more reserved, has a little bit more utility, and then we just go to the absolutely unbalanced Ash. Unbalanced. But
well, Zofia doesn't have a 5-speed.
Yeah, exactly. And Zofia also has a hitbox. Let's talk about that one as well.
True.
So, but Rudy going to find first kill into Laxing, but Ash going to be selected by Sippin on OJ. No more Zofia for him, so he's going pure entry here. We'll see if that's going to work out for him. And they actually opted to go with the basement take here. I was wondering how Laxing got picked so early on right there, and it's due to the fact of him playing either near the big stage, the big tower area, and they just rotated in through the construction tunnel, or he was playing downstairs and ended up just getting discovered while they were doing their basement clear. But Detox going to take a lot of damage there, and he's going to lose basically 1 whole shield. That other shield is only going to be able to stop 1 more bullet, as this take is just now starting to come to fruition. They are already halfway through the round, but there is a lot of utility still in this defense right now. Losing Laxing on Vigil is not too big of a deal, just due to the fact that he does have a selfish utility where he just does hide himself from drones. Now, we do have Goddess on roam once again, and I like to point that out just due to the fact that everyone is used to Goddess playing that hard support. Right now, she is on that more or less entry frag / roam game operator selection. We'll see if that is going to continue to work out in their favor. She has been doing pretty well with it so far, as it does seem like she is going to be prepping to do a run out of kitchen right now. Multiple bullets hitting that door. Good thing she did not full send that right out, but she does hear someone coming from kitchen. She's going to find OJ on the Ash. Not going to work out for him this time around, as we are going to have Detox find someone with that extremely low health, as Mark is going to go down. Detox is going to find 2, and that is the power of Blackbeard. Retro going to run out of bullets, though. The shotgun not going to be able to do anything. Ghana's going to find Detox, though, as it's going to be all left up to her, and this will have to be an ace if she wants to bring it back. And I said it earlier today, but I'll say it again. Practically playing paintball at this point is the defense. All of them very, very low health. All it takes is one shot to practically clean up all of them, except Smurf in here. And Goddess has to try and find all of them in order to pick up this round.
Monumental task ahead of her. A lot of weak players, but she is weak herself. Just too spread out. Sinister will take one more and put themselves on match point here on Oregon. Fantastically played by both of these squads. Sinister managing to pull out yet another round. And I talked about, you know, this is the first, and I'm very surprised too, this is the first time we've seen Cloud9 go upstairs after attempting the basement 3 times in a row. Sinister now sitting on match point against Cloud9. You cannot count these kids out, right? Sure, some of these kids are not old enough to play in ESL competition, but their age obviously not becoming a factor right now as they are doing absolute work. Now, here's the thing. Cloud9, stage experience, big-time tournament, big-time money experience. They have what it takes, without a doubt, to stop the nerves, right? When they're in a situation like this, they know that they have the ability to buckle down and do it. Now, it's on Sinister, who knows all they have to do is win one round in the next 2, and they will be going into map 2 with a 1-map lead.
Now, the rough thing about the situation for Cloud9 is, as you said, they might be able to shut down those nerves. But the issue of being in this situation is not the nerves. It's the fact of if you make one error, that could cost you the entire map. The other team is on match point. This is do or die situation. And as everybody knows that follows the competitive scene, Rainbow Six is basically built upon just making less errors than the other team does. That is relatively it. There is no...
Like that error right there that just took Goddess to about 30% health.
Yeah, like stuff like that. But luckily we have Mark the Shark. And he's got Heelys, and that's exactly what Goddess is looking for right now. I guarantee you Lauren's yelling at Mark to try and heal her. So, as that heal is finally going to come through from Mark. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Actually losing a little bit of health, too. I'm not sure if somebody maybe accidentally tapped the G button with an impact or what happened. But looks like not a great start for them, although most of their health back. So here we go. Match point. Round number 11, as the attacking squad will easily take root in Watchtower.
Yeah, going to start their take from Big Tower, and this map is relatively handled in one of 2 ways. You either start from Small Tower, or you start from Big Tower and you clear across. That is the most efficient way to try and take Oregon. And more or less, the Big Tower is used for the upstairs tower, the upstairs site, and the basement site is used for the small tower, and that is just relatively how everyone clears this map, just because it is the most efficient way. Now, we do have a lot of run play coming out right here. We have reinforcements dedicated downstairs. I cannot talk right now, can I? Reinforcements dedicated downstairs, as well as Laxing with those armor panels, as he is looking on one of the tightest angles I've seen across this map in my entire life, especially held with a holographic sight. Is going to see if he can try and find anybody trying to rotate through kitchen.
Yes, he will take a couple of pop shots. He does see a little bit of movement, but you're right. It doesn't get much tighter than that. That is like a double pixel angle. And I'm not talking about 2 pixels. I'm talking about a single and a single. He will maintain it nonetheless. And of course, Sippin, seeing the little bullet markers whiz by, is not going to peek it willingly. Mark the Shark and Detox each getting a kill to start it off. Buck gone, but so is the smoke. A good trade on both sides of the board if they could have gotten away with it without another trade. Foxay will run out. He'll get 1. He'll do a lot of damage to 2 more. Actually, no, just 1. The Blackbeard. Blackbeard's shield health will go. Foxay will run out of bullets and then retreat to a safe location to reload.
Yes, he will. Plenty of damage done to Detox as well. And those shields have been absolutely massacred. Barely any health left on them. Once again, Mark gonna find a kill onto Sippin, and that is gonna be massive. Though we do have Rudy under the double window, putting that bomb down right now. Laxino gonna find him right through the couch. It's gonna be left all up to Detox. They did hear the Legion go off, and Laxing gonna find another 2. And I believe that's either 17 or 18 kills for Laxing right now.
Laxing is going bananas. Okay,
he lives here. He lives here. This is his house.
Yes. Yes. Leave us up in the top of the house, except Laxing, right? Actually, Laxing climbed up there and painted that. Yeah, Laxing going absolute 17 kills. Not only that, but he has ended at least 3 rounds with a multi-kill and almost did a 4th with that 1v4, killing 3 people near clutch earlier. But now, again, we've got Sinister. They have that 1 map buffer, still match point in their favor. They're forcing Cloud9 back downstairs, where they've only had 1 successful defense out of 3. So Sinister still have the opportunity to close it out right now, but not if Laxing on Bandit and the rest of Cloud9 can help it.
I was really sad that they dropped Laxing, but I was really happy that they picked up Laxing. Very, very, very good pickup by Cloud9. Very, very, very smart to get rid of Laxing. That was good, and then they picked back up Laxing. Very, very good pickup by Laxing on the C9. Fantastic stuff. So, as we are going to be getting back into round number 12 here, and this is going to be match point still for the offense. That is Sinister Academy. We'll see if Cloud9 is going to be able to push it to OT here. And once again, it looks to me that things have kind of went back to where they typically are with this setup on defense and Cloud9 as a whole, which is Foxay on that roam game got us back on that support. And that was basically the biggest thing that we saw that has been different throughout this map.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Yeah, so 1 round for C9 to bring it into overtime, and they won it. Remember, right, in my interview with Fox A, they're like, we don't underestimate them. We take the game very seriously, and they're going to play this round very seriously. Of course, otherwise, they're going to, at best, be able to pick up only 1 point from this engagement, as if you win 2-0 map count-wise, you will take away 3 points. If you tie with the team that you are playing 1-1, you will walk away with 1 point. And if you lose 0-2, you walk away with 0 points. The top 4 teams, points-wise, at the end of the season, will move on to the playoffs. All 4 securing paid positions. The 4 that do not make playoffs will not be paid anything. So a lot on the line here at CCS. $10,000 NA and $10,000 EU prize pools up for grabs this season. But we will get started, or actually we are started, but we will get moving a little quicker here on round 12.
So far, not too much action this round, as we are going to be having the absolute madman that owns this entire place, Laxing, currently playing on white stairs, looking to see exactly where he can get aggressive. And Sinister, I feel like, is starting to get a little bit afraid of really where they can enter this map at, just due to the fact that Laxing is trying to destroy them at any moment in time that he can possibly get. And he's been extremely successful with that. So we'll see if he's going to be able to continue his reign of terror throughout this map, as we are going to have the first phone call coming out from Rudy. Those vibrations are going to start going off in everyone's pockets, as we are going to have the Buck open up construction wall. That Buck is going to be aviation. As you hear that nade pin get pulled, it's going to bounce right inside, but to no avail, as the ADS is going to find it. Smoke nade starting to go off.
Rudy taking a couple of pop shots into the air just in case, trying to pre-fire some sort of hallway rotation. Nobody actually in the hallway. Not a lot of resistance being met. They've actually don't have much to overcome in order to gain a foothold on the site. You know, if they could get the barbed wire out of the way, they could actually sneak into the corner and go for a plant. So here will come smoke number 1, but also toxic smoke number 1 will cause Rudy to rotate way back in, and now the defense allowing them to reinforce.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a little bit of an error here, and yes, it is it is going to be a connection failure. So we will be switching back over to our faces while Violet gets reconnected right there. We do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. We will have the round update here momentarily, but as of right now, you guys can see our faces. So, you know, we'll try and get this sorted as much as possible, as Violet is once again going to try and get reconnected. That round looked very, very close.
I'm not sure if it was a boot of the observer or if it was an entire lobby crash. Again, we'll get that information sent to us here shortly. We got an admin on it right now. So I guess we will just kind of sit here and wait. And, it looks like they did indeed crash the entire lobby. So round number 12 will be rehosted. The admin will fill in the rules, but I will give you some of them to the best of my ability. I think all the same operators must be picked. And the same site must be picked. Other than that, I think it's pretty much no holds barred. Again, I'm not an official admin. I know they seem like it because I'm a league director, but I'm more on the production side. If you have any complaints, make sure you DM the third walker on Discord. But we will wait it out here. We will wait it out here for this match to get restarted. We're going to put it up to a little short timer. We'll put on some nice music for you. It won't take us long, just a couple of minutes to get all these players back in the lobby. We'll get started on the epic conclusion of Oregon, our first map of this matchup, Cloud9 versus Sinister Academy. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be true, we could be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. It's a losing game, it's a losing game. But this time it's more than another lot of war. This ain't the same, this ain't the same. They say love heals all, it makes it all alright. In time, in time. My heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright. It feels so right, it feels so right. And how will we ever feel that what we've got is real? There's no denying, there's no denying. And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's that we're meant to be. We're meant to be.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that long delay. It's not an easy task having to rebuild 11 rounds worth of match or round history. But, I mean, as a matter of fact, when we came live, we were just sending the invites out. We already have all 10 people in the lobby. These people are ready to play C9 versus Sinister Academy. Folks, it is 5-6. This is round 12. C9 either ties it up and we go into a 3-round OT, or Sinister takes map 1 versus Cloud9 and we move on to map 2. Uh-oh. Looks like we might have had a crash with one of the players, but that's okay. We're here. What up? Dare I say barn burner? I mean, I know we haven't gone into OT, Mr. Stokes, but what do you think about this matchup so far? I mean, first of all, I can tell you right now, I don't think 94% of you expected this, at least.
I'm still not going to reveal if I'm in the 94% or not. I'm just going to leave it at that one. But, you know, a hell of a round so far, man. Absolutely insane play coming out from everybody. Apparently, Goddess's game had a stroke. That's what we're getting on news there for a second. I was going to say they're all in the same house. If the internet crashes, they all crash. That's what's going to happen. So, but no, we are going to have the bans get put back into place. Now, and guys, we did have Glaz, Montang, Clash, and who was the last one? I'm blanking here.
Mira.
I was gonna say Mira, but I didn't want you to come at me with that. So, but that is gonna be the bans. I got 3 of them. We're good. I got 3 of them. That is gonna be the bans once again, ladies and gentlemen. You will see them pop up on your screen during the pick phase in case you guys are wondering about those later on. But as of right now, Sinister Academy is in the lead right now, ladies and gents. They are up 6-5 right now. Cloud9 has to win this round in order to push this to OT and have a chance at retaining those 3 points.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 12, the final round of regular play. Sinister Academy, match point over Cloud9. I have to say that a couple of times before it becomes a reality. That's how surprising it is to a lot of people, but that's okay. That's why we put this sort of competition on, so people who may be too young to play in other competitions get to showcase what they're made of. But here we go, and I didn't see that there was an issue there, I don't think. Okay, fantastic. All right, just getting word from an admin about some of the rules of the rehost, but we're all good to go. We had to go back upstairs yet again. And so here we go. Not a big deal whatsoever. Round number 12, Mr. Stokes.
Round number 12, indeed, Ty. We're going to be coming in hot on this one. We cooled off just a little bit, but we are still inside the fire that is this barn burner. I don't care if it is not in OT yet, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot deny it. There's been so much heat going on throughout this entire map. Cloud9 on the comeback right now, and that's exactly what we all want. We want this OT. What a way to start CCS off this season. I'm extremely excited to see how this first map is going to figure itself out. It looks like they are going to switch up just a little bit of what they were doing the prior round here, opening up the E-box once again, but applying a little bit more utility downstairs. We'll see if this is going to work out a little bit better for them this time around. The last time, Sinister opted to try and do kind of a hybrid construction take, and it seemed to be working pretty well up until that horrid game freeze.
Yeah, so look, we've got in the back of 3-story, we've got the Rudy Retro face-off yet again. It's looking very similar to the way it did last time with Retro sitting on the stairs. This time he'll have the gunner, the man himself, Laxing, who dropped 17 kills so far this matchup, help him out just in case a little bit of that Zofia utility gets put on. As a matter of fact, Laxing will prep a window from all the way at the top. A definite death sentence. Can he even vault out of that window? Actually, he'll break the rest of the window open just to make sure that Zofia knows that she might not be contending with just one person. The Buck will come and allow a little bit of help to be given, as will the Dokumi with the drone and the phone call. But the defender is holding steadfast. Laxing will get killed number 1 on the aviation. There is the Buck gone so early.
Buck gone early from Laxing all the way in T3 of Tower, and they are having an absolute war back here at the rear stage area. And another one going to get found, but Mark going to be the deliverer of this bad news to Sippin. Detox going to follow up on that delivery with one straight to Mark, and that is going to be the Blackbeard motioning himself across Attic. They're trying to lock down everybody in the back of the big tower right here. Second phone call coming out from Rudy, really trying to shake things up inside of the tower. But as we were talking about earlier, nerves of steel is what exactly these pro players have. As you see, Retro does not give a single care in the world about that phone going off in his pocket. He is going to put some shots towards Detox. None of them are going to make any contact, though, because he has that bulletproof shield in front of his face.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Blackbeard has a beautiful position. He's got the rotation cut off. He'll find one Retro, but Laxing still has to cross the danger zone that is Blackbeard. So they've effectively lost 2 players, but they are wasting a ton of time. Only 45 seconds left in the round. Some more droning will come out. So 3v3. Blackbeard is pretty well situated in that attic. He removes Bandit, thus removing himself from play. So it's effectively a 2v2 as long as the standoff continues. Fox A, though, will find Rudy, and so that will be another off the board. Blackbeard will rotate back down. Only 25 seconds left to go. I believe Laxing's made it downstairs safely as well. Blackbeard will peek on that reinforced bandited wall, and here will come what little utility they have left, but no, sir, none of Laxing can help it. He'll find one, and he'll break the shield of Blackbeard. He'll run out of bullets, but he'll pull the pistol out, finish it off, make sure the crouch key's working. Laxing continues. It doesn't matter if the game crashes. He's going to stay hot.
For some reason, you saying that just reminded me of the Rock clip. What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is. It's just fantastic, fantastic. But that is, I do believe, 19 kills for Laxing. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 20. We got a 20 bomb the first day of CCS, ladies and gentlemen. A 20 bomb by Laxing on Oregon.
Map. And one map.
One map. That is, wow. Wow. We definitely didn't have that in Europe. I did not see a single kill count that high. I'm just saying, Europeans, you might want to step up your game a little bit. We're doing it big over here in Texas and North America. And Laxing's from Texas, so we're doing it big in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Actually, I'm sorry, he's not from Texas. He's from Minnesota. I'm messing everything up. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm in Texas, so it's bigger. That's all that matters. And Ty's here too. Anyways, getting back to the point at hand. Laxing got a lot of kills. That's what we care about. Laxing with 20 kills, and I believe 20 kills and 9 deaths. He had 6 prior. So he has... I'm sorry, no, it'd be 20 and 6. 20 and 6. For some reason, I added 3 to his deaths. So I apologize for that right there. But 20 and 6 is no slouch statistic line at all. And we'll see if he's going to be able to carry that same amount of just absolute fire into this overtime.
It's been an insane match. So, folks, here we have it, the first overtime of Season 4. And as you can see, we're tied at 6-6 as opposed to the previous season where we would only be tied 5-5. That is because this is a best of 12, not a best of 10. So, but still the same total matches. Previously, we would do 5-5 and then have 5 rounds of overtime. Now it's 6-6 with 3 rounds of overtime. You can see that the sides were chosen at random, and now the opportunity to defend and the opportunity to attack from C9 and Sinister Academy, respectively. Here comes the Laxing Retro combo on the backside. Sippin this time, not going to take the bait. He's going to go ahead and plow right into Armory.
Yeah, it does not want anything to do with that back tower. I mean, when it's played correctly, you can waste so much time, and that's exactly what they did right there. And to add just insult to injury, they just completely left Laxing upstairs on T3, rotates down, ends the round with another 2 kills. I mean, what more could you want from someone on Rome?
Absolutely. Waste time, and if you can get kills, go for it. But, man, they wasted a lot of time, which is much better than any amount of kill. Well, other than an ace, I'd say. Okay, that could be debatable. I'm going to take that back. But he did a good job nonetheless. And here we are, 6-6 after being down 2 rounds. They fought it back. Sinister Academy being on match point twice, weren't able to capitalize on it. It's not over yet, though, folks. There's still a lot of battle to be done. At least 1 more round after this one. And at most 2. So here we go. Some bullets getting shot right as the crouch goes down. a little bit of a weak Capital, otherwise full health for everybody else on the board. Half the round is gone. The hatch is open. A lot of information gathering, not a lot of action here, as they haven't really tried to do anything to displace the defenders in Meeting Hall.
No, they have not. And as we talk about displacement, Aviation's going to displace Mark's health, as he is going to end up dying right there to the hands of Aviation once again. As we are going to start seeing the boys of Sinister try and get this utility burnt up for the defense, but nothing too crazy coming out just yet. They are going to nade the barb out, as they are going to try and start setting up for this diffuser plant. Rudy gonna start planting some arrows back. That is gonna be the first toxic babe coming out of Goddess's hands. Still plenty of them to go though. Does still have 2 on her person. And she is gonna catch a little bit of hellfire as she does pass the hatch into the closet. Second toxic babe gonna go down. Does not do any damage though. Smurf gonna rotate out. Sipping on OJ gonna pick up Fox A in the back. And that is going to be the Jaeger off the board. So it's more or less going to be everyone on site versus everybody trying to get this diffuser down. The diffuser is actually going to go down here, as that last toxic babe is not going to touch Smurfin at all. Smurfin's going to rotate out and has 1 health, but no, Goddess is going to actually end up picking him up as he does try to rotate up the staircase. Aviation going to find her as she does try and rotate up to try and find Rudy down on the stairs. Retro trying to find somebody from Hatch. Is he going to find one? Yes, he does, but Rudy going to immediately clean it up. Good thing they ended up picking him up in the end, and that is going to put them back onto that match point. And they're looking down the barrel once again. We'll see if C9 is going to be able to bring it back.
C9 have been able to so far battle it back. They took an early lead. Sinister overcame them and took a round lead over Cloud9. Cloud9 battling it back into OT, but now C9 is going to have to win another 2 in a row if they want to claim this map. Otherwise, it will go into the hands of Sinister. Now, we do have a second map to play. This is a best of 2, so a lot more C9 Sinister action. But I think there is definitely a lot of spectators that may not have heard of Sinister Academy before, but won't make the mistake again the next time they see Sinister Academy play. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What could be the final round, or could be the second to final round, that remains to be seen as we get started here on round 14.
Round 14 coming live, as we are going to see the preparation phase come into play right now. So that previous round, pretty actiony from the offensive point of view. Some pretty early picks coming out. It really had a big effect on that round. Laxing as much of a beast as he's been this entire map, really not able to do what he wanted to do that last time. And it definitely shown with how many people they had up with that bomb going down. Still had all 5 alive versus the 3 on site. And traditionally, that is what you want on that offense. Get those roamers off and start trying to get things focused onto site. Get that utility burn up by the defense and get that diffuser down. That's exactly how they played it out. And it worked fantastic for them.
Can I use that word actiony?
I mean, yeah.
You give me permission?
Yes, I give you permission. Yes.
Actiony. I'm just playing with you. All right, so here we go. Overtime match point. Sinister, had they been here before? They haven't been able to capitalize. This could be their last chance if Cloud9 is able to string 2 together. Remember, the site rotation is 1 in OT, so now the roles have been flipped. Sinister is going to be forced, basically, to defend. They had a lot of success on defense. As a matter of fact, you know, they had a lot of success on both sides of the board. Both of them pretty even. We haven't seen somebody like win all the defenses, then the role swap, and then the other team wins all the defenses. It's been a real back and forth the entirety of this matchup. So it's only apropos to conclude it, I would say, with a 1 role swap scenario here in overtime. But a minute down, full main lobby control, the hatch open. All over the stairs are Cloud9 currently, as they, I guess, assume the position to attempt to plant.
Yeah, we are going to see Retro doing some construction work on that wall with that shotgun, removing out the entire bottom half to gain that point of view he wants to see inside of Laundry. As we are going to have Foxy getting rid of one of the evil eyes at the back end of the site. Looking for the second one, but it's not going to happen at all. is going to fire back his breaching charge, and we are going to hear it goes off. That is going to confirm that that second Evil Eye is gone. So no more Evil Eyes. Plenty of time left on the clock for Cloud9. Now is the point in time where they are going to have to start worrying about these roamers trying to get aggressive, as they are going to find the first one in of Sip and OJ. Let's see exactly what they're going to try to do here. Laxton actually going to find one from the broken Habana hole inside of Pantry. Mark's coming out. Sippin going to find Mark right there with a nice headshot, as Foxay is going to start trying to get aggressive himself to try and prevent these roamers from having any more effect on the round. Laxing still holding from inside of Kitchen through the pantry wall, as Goddess is focused her sights on trying to get this diffuser down.
You know, I love the fact that they have active roles, active members all over the map, even though the diffuser's going down. Look at this Ash not covering the plant. But, oh no, Aviation will peek out and find the kill on a Goddess during the plant. So right as I was commending them, the Ash not watching is actually what's going to cost the plant going down. It's a 4v3. Now they're in a precarious situation. Only 30 seconds left. Laxing still in Kitchen. Rudy will end the life of Retro. Aviation will find Foxay. It's only Laxing, the gunner from Cloud9, this matchup. He's found a 1v4 situation before. He found 3 last time. He'll find 1 this time. He's still got 3 more to find. 10 seconds left to do it. He's got to make a move now or nothing's going to be able to happen. He's got to push in. He'll shoot. He'll find some bullets on the 1, not take him out. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. He is out of time. Sinister Academy will take 1 map away from Cloud9.
Wow. Just wow. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, shows you the caliber of teams that we have in Season 4. And honestly, this just makes me more excited. Way, way more excited. I mean, we have a Pro League team going absolutely toe-to-toe with a team like this. It's fantastic. You love to see it. So, welcome back, by the way, to our faces. I hope you enjoy what you see, especially Ty. Ty's way better looking at me. You see his beard? My beard is
I wouldn't say
nowhere
that.
close.
I mean, you know, I don't want to get into the semantics of it, but you know,
it's all about the beard play. Then I'm
just an old guy. All right, you're the one with your whole life ahead of you, Stokes. Anyway, welcome back.
God.
We are now in halftime. Round 1 going to Sinister Academy. So with that win, those of you that voted on the Strafe app in favor of Cloud9 are, well, you're going to lose at least 5 points, right? Because you're not going to be right. Those of you that voted for a tie, voted for a win, then there's still the ability for you to capture some points there. But what an exciting matchup. I mean, we talked about the fact that it was a barn burner, even when Sinister was up 2 on match point, 4-6. And Cloud9 brought it back. We had a little bit of a crash, which is unfortunate. It happens. It's Siege. It's, you know, brand new release of a new patch. Sometimes stuff happens, and you know, I think because of stuff, that's why they delayed Pro League for a couple weeks. We won't get into that. So, what do you think about that matchup? What do you think that Cloud9 is going to have to do in order to bring it back here in this next map?
Honestly, they're going to have to put a little bit more support behind Laxing. Laxing with a literal load of frags. I mean, 21 kills, absolutely insane. So I would definitely like to see a little bit more just... If that's the way it's going to be, put a little bit more support play around him. I think opening up, they were trying a couple new things. Everyone has seen Cloud9 play before. You guys don't see Goddess play entry fragger. That's not a thing. She doesn't play entry. She plays support. That's what she's known for doing, is support. And she wasn't on that. She was on Capitao. She was on Ella. She was on Jaeger. I'm all up for trying new things. And they tried to revert back to what the original setup is. And I feel like it was just a little bit too late.
And I'm going to go back to the fact, you know, I interviewed Foxay before the matchup, and I don't know how much research they've done on Sinister Academy. And I said, listen, Sinister making their 4th CCS appearance in 4 seasons. I asked you, you know, you guys are a Pro League team. Do you do anything special to prepare for a match against them? And the first thing he says is you cannot and he hit it home. He was serious. You cannot underestimate anyone in Siege. Any team can win. He said, we're going to try and rely on our ability to, whenever somebody frags on us, we frag on them. We refrag. And that is what we have the ability to do when we're playing on our game. Unfortunately, this past map, they weren't able to capitalize on that. Not for lack of trying on Laxing's part, that is for sure, dropping an innumerable amount of kills. Either way, I think we're going to take a very short break here, just for a moment, while we get the lobby set up for the next game, let the players stretch, get a drink of water.
More excited. Way more excited. I mean, we have a pro league team going absolutely toe to toe with a team like this. It's fantastic. You love to see it. So, welcome back, by the way, to our faces. I hope you enjoy what you see, especially Ty. Ty's way better looking than me. You see his beard. My beard is
I wouldn't say that.
Close.
I mean, I don't want to get into the semantics of it, but
it's all about the beard play. Then I'm
just an old guy. All right, you're the one with your whole life ahead of you, Stokes. Anyway, welcome back.
God.
We are now in halftime. Round 1 going to Sinister Academy. So with that win, those of you that voted on the Strafe app in favor of Cloud9 are, you're going to lose at least 5 points, right? Because you're not going to be right. Those of you that voted for a tie, voted for a win, then there's still the ability for you to capture some points there. But what an exciting matchup. I mean, we talked about the fact that it was a barn burner, even when Sinister was up 2 on match point, 4-6. And Cloud9 brought it back. We had a little bit of a crash, which is unfortunate. It happens. It's Siege. It's, brand new release of a new patch. Sometimes stuff happens. And, I think because of stuff, that's why they delayed Pro League for a couple weeks. Welcome back, everybody. We are back early from the break. That's how excited we are to get started with map number 2. Nobody expecting map number 1 to go the way it did. I know Stokes sure didn't. I just have to pick on Stokes a little bit, folks, okay? You can feel F for Stokes in chat, okay? F for Anyway, I think we got all 10 players in the lobby, so we're going to get started just as soon as the R's come out. We're going into map number 2, Consulate, with Cloud9 versus Sinister. Cloud9 losing the first map. They still have the opportunity to tie. This is a best of 2. So this will be their opportunity coming up as we begin the operator ban phase. Stokes, predictions, thoughts? What have we seen transpire before our eyes? I think your microphone might be muted, my friend.
We saw a little bit something new. Okay. Let's just back up the truck. Sorry, I was muted. First of all, Cloud9 is going to ban Montang. Secondly, we saw some new stuff come out from Cloud9 the last game, a couple of role swaps there, and I feel like they worked decently, but not as well as the roles that they had prior set. So they went back to those. I feel like it was just a little bit too late in order to try and bring back the game into their favor. They pushed it to overtime, but even in overtime, you are not allowed that many errors, and that's exactly what happened. They ended up just falling to the wayside, and Sinister ended up winning in the end, which was fantastic. Very good for Sinister Academy to really show up and show, yes, we are that good, and fantastic for them. Now, we are going to be going on to Consulate, which is going to be a little bit of different play. And actually, a big thing that just made it through on ban phase this time around is Glaz.
Glaz, yes. We've seen Glaz banned in every matchup in North America we've seen so far today. Every map. We've seen Monty banned before. We've seen Mira banned before. We've seen Maestro banned. What else have we seen banned on defense?
Echo.
Have we seen Echo today?
Yes, we have. We saw the very first map of the day was dual prevent ban. Dual prevent.
And we've seen Valk banned as well. Here, the bottom line is, folks, in North America, you can only bring 1 shield per attack, and that includes Blackbeard. So seeing 2 shields banned out kind of, I guess, limits your options.
They banned our ban. They banned our ban.
Yeah. So. This is something that I guess teams don't typically take into consideration, but very heavy use of that Blackbeard by Sinister could probably be added to the list of things that went very right for Sinister in taking map number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I've held off for a very long time on saying this just because it's part of my name and it's one of my emotes as well. But I say this all the time when I'm not casting. I'm definitely stoked for this matchup right here. I'm so excited to see how Consulate's going to go, especially after that Oregon map that we just got through. That was an absolute knockdown drag out. And I'm really hoping we can follow that up with this.
It's going to be hard to, I mean, Consulate is there's so many idiosyncrasies. It's a much bigger map. There's so much more of a vertical aspect to this map. The roaming potential is huge. The way in which you can set up is so much more so than what you see on Oregon. Oregon is so, I mean, everything has been explored, right? And there is such an established meta for Oregon that Consulate just doesn't have. You can do so much more, and you can surprise people. You can't really surprise people on Oregon, right? You saw, for example, on Oregon when we had the Rudy retro battles, right, in the rear stage. It happened 2 times. The third time they avoided it, but it became predictable after a certain while. And as a matter of fact, it was predictable from the start. I mean, he knew he was there. He just thought he could challenge it, lost, whatever. This thing, I mean, this map in particular, anything can happen. And now, we've got a pretty good spread of the defense here on the top floor. Foxe on that visual is going to hang out in admin here.
Yeah, he is, which is pretty surprising just due to the fact that admin is usually the area you do not want to be on this side. It usually ends up in you dying. There's real no escape route for you just due to the fact that you can hold both of the exiting doors from the windows.
Yep, so here we go. Round number 1 underway. Sinister having a little bit of fun there. I mean, why not? They just took Cloud9 down on Oregon. So they're probably feeling pretty good right now, but they still have an entire map to contend with, an entire best of 12 to contend with as well. So That's a heck of a thing to do against Cloud9, whether or not you were able to pluck a map from them in OT.
Yeah, most definitely. We're going to have our first little gunfight here of the map, and Fox is not going to catch a single bullet into himself, but Avian is definitely going to, Aviation is going to catch a lot of those, as Sippin on OJ is going to end up losing his life to Laxing. Laxing losing a lot of his life, though, in the process, but is still going to be able to make it off. Mark, though, going to find an extremely long angle all the way over from vending on yellow. He's going to end up picking up one for himself, and Fox, they're going to find one as well. So far, not looking too hot for the boys of Sinister. Feel like Cloud9 is not playing any more games at all this time around.
No games indeed. Smurfin will find one. That will be the Jaeger off the board. Mark the Shark. They're going to have to find a lot more. Laxing is low on life. Still a minute to play with here as some map control has been established on the floor that the site is on by both of the remaining attackers, but a little bit of patience mode has engaged on behalf of Cloud9. Some pre-fires will come out. Smurfer will find a second 2v3, a very manageable situation now for Sinister. The opportunity to bring it back, they're still going to have to find 3 players, make that a 1v3 now. Retro will get the kill onto Smurf. Lax is still low, IQ full health, but a lot of work for a single attacker left to do here.
Yeah, most definitely, and only IQ. Not really going to be able to have any effect on anything except possibly those Legion Mines. Laxing going to peek out at just the right time, but no, Detox is actually going to 180 and get that kill, but Retro is actually going to end up picking up the kill with that Toxic Babe through the wall. Some of those smoke clouds can just get you from anywhere.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's actually going to be the bullet holes in the wall.
Yep, it is going to be the bullet holes in the wall. Unfortunate spot to stop and reload, but with that little health, I mean, just one nick from those toxic smoke canisters will do you in, and I believe that smoke had 3 at his disposal. Again, a very tall peak to climb for the singular remaining attacker, but that's all right. Cloud9 will take round number 1 upstairs on defense. We will go here round number 2 and go all the way to the opposite end of the map, down to the garage.
Yes, we will definitely be heading down to the garage here, and no Mira this time around. Last time we were on this map, which was not too long ago, about 2 hours ago, we did have a Mira in play, and she was being used pretty promptly down here, but not to, come to a fruition this time around just due to that ban. So,
yeah, and I'll say that the Mira is very commonplace in trying to defend that piano room, which you spoke about earlier. And now we've got the Buck. We have absolutely, we don't have a Thatcher or anything along those lines. So it looks like taking piano is going to be a very key attack strategy for Sinister Academy in attempting to, get the floor open and get the batteries off of the garage. Otherwise, they won't have a chance at opening it. So a lot of work to be done. We'll have to wait and see what Cloud9 has in store for hanging on to piano, a key position in this matchup.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely. That last round not going too much into the favor of Sinister right there. A lot of early kills were just given up, and it really did not help them out at all. A really good roam game by C9, though. Mark really having a very good effect on the round, as well as just kills coming out from basically every aspect of Cloud9 that time around. So Sinister going to have to play a little bit more tight-knit on this round if they are going to look to try and secure it. And once again, we are going to be going downstairs. So this is more than likely going to start from that admin point once again and clear across. We are going to have Foxay contesting the upstairs, though.
One of the beautiful things about Consulate is what you are seeing unfold before you. Defenders spread out all over this map. Rotate, hatches, holes, everything in order to reposition themselves on the map in order to apply pressure where needed. Smurfin will come in on this Jackal, so he'll have a drone at the foot. He actually throws one out, but then peeks. I think he might have gotten some information about the Legion, Foxay being on those stairs. He'll just make sure that Spiral is clear. Nothing really going on too much. He will get spotted out by the cam as full top floor control now in the hands of the attackers.
Yes, it is, but a lot of time wasted right there as Foxy is going to go away with his life, and that's exactly what you want to do with that Legion. The longer that you stay alive, the more of those traps you get. Going to make it off with his life once again right there. It takes a little bit of damage on the heels of those bullets from Sippin, but no avail is going to make it out alive until right about now where he is downed, and Aviation is going to be able to find him from the garage wall. This is starting to look very, very good for Sinister as they are starting to gain control of the map as a whole. I'll accept that precious sight, but we do still have Retro up on the Maestro, who is definitely going to try and contest. What a spot from Retro we have.
Yeah, it's a nice little angle. Did he drop down? Nope, he's still, yeah, he did drop down. Trying to get a peek, something, the wall will get open. Like you said, Rudy, a little bit low. It's definitely not a gimme at this point. I mean, they got a minute left to work with. Here goes the Maestro cam hard at work, taking the drones out through the drone hole. An interesting little spot for it as well. And that seems to be the reasoning behind the drop, so he could start working on that cam since the wall got open.
Yes, Retro is going to start seeing that the diffuser is going to go down, but they're immediately going to rotate out as those toxic babes are going to start doing the work onto Aviation. This is exactly what you want from your anchors. Aviation has 0 health. This is going to be so easy for Retro to clean up once they do try and force this diffuser. And I'm actually surprised they have not attempted to switch the diffuser off and switch him over to holding the angle here. We are going to have Smurfy get in a gunfight with Mark over here on Spiral, though. Mark's going to rotate all the way around to yellow, and as we presumed, Retro is going to be able to take down Aviation. Goddess going to clean up Sippin', and Rudy is going to be downed by that evil eye. Smurfin, though, going to be able to clean up one as Goddess is going to go down. 2 seconds left on the clock, and Smurfin's not going to have much to do with the rest of this round, as Retro is going to get that final kill.
He'll take a stab at it, but not much to be done with 1 second left. Try to pad the stats a little bit with the kill. Unable to clutch it out. The Maestro will finish it up, and Cloud9 will win their first 2 on defense. Something I think the general public seem to, I guess, expect. Look at Retro sitting at 5-0 right now, leading his team in kills. Everybody else trailing just a little bit, but everybody on Cloud9 doing something, which is definitely very important. And I guess you could say on the flip side, a lot of people on Sinister doing something as well, just not quite enough to finish the round out. You know, Sinister getting up 5-3 with you know, a good chunk of the round left, just could not capitalize on that 2-man advantage when they went down to open up Garage. And because of that, the hold was steadfast from Cloud9. So here we go. Round number 3. Again, for those of you who aren't quite familiar with the rules just yet, this is a 6-round rotation between attack and defense.
Yeah, most definitely. Sinister had a fantastic roam clear that last round right there, but just did not come to fruition at the end of it. Little bit of trivial action going on with them outside. Thermite catching a lot of damage, which really ended up making the last bit of that round a little bit of a blunder. And Mark being able to roam freely still is really what cost them that round. We'll see if they are able to try and change up and capitalize on that roam clear this time around.
That we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I think Cloud9 is very comfortable in this map, and I think that this... Oh, and Retro with the spawn
kill
will absolutely obliterate Sippin' on OJ. For those of you that don't know, we, as opposed to ESL, we allow spawn peeking to occur. The only rule is you cannot pluck somebody before they have had the opportunity to move. Anything after that is fair game. Laxing will jump out of the window. He is battling, and as he somehow manages to get one with the pistol exposed outside, he will get down. Smurfin will find Goddess as well for a 2-piece of his own, and after all that action, it's a 3v3. Folks, we're only 40 seconds deep in this round.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Absolutely insane choice by Cloud9 right there, but it did work out for them in their favor just a little bit. Goddess is going to go down on the smoke, which is a lot of utility, but comparative to Zofia and Thatcher, I think that's a trade in favor of Cloud9 right there.
I mean, you lose the smokes, obviously, and you use a lot of you lose a lot of utility on attack. I tend to agree with you. I think I'd take that trade myself.
Yeah, as we are going to be reaching just about the halfway point here, those aggressive plays working in favor of Cloud9 as we just discussed. Looks like the offense is going to be trying to work their way into Fleck Hallway, as you can see. Aviation trying to clear up, and he is going to get a very nice shot into Retro. Retro playing so well so far this map, but Aviation with a very quick shot going to be able to take him down inside of the bathroom. Now, what we do need to realize is this is lobby. This is not upstairs. So, this is going to be Rudy And the rest of Sinister trying to gain control of the site and get this diffuser down. Now, Aviation is the one who has the bomb, so he has to come from the hatch up there. As you can hear him, Skeleton Keen open the wall. He is going to start putting the bomb down right now. You're going to hear Nitro Cell come out. Is it going to get the kill? No, it's not even going to do very much damage. Now, Fox has to rotate all the way back, but Mark's going to start things off right. Smurfing going to pick him up from the hatch, though. It's going to be all left up to the boy that is Fox A, as he's going to be able to pick up the first one here, and he is running that mute with the shoddy SMG. Is he going to be able to find him? No, Rudy with a heads-up play with the Claymore, going to find Fox A on a hop out upstairs, and what a round for Sinister.
I thought Fox A was going to snag that, to be honest, for a second, but unfortunately the Claymore sitting in place. A very valiant effort at the end there by Fox A with that brand new mute SMG-11, unfortunately not able to close it out. But Sinister now, very similar start to what we saw before. If I do say so myself, and you have to remind me on this, feel like it's been forever because there were so many rounds in the last map, but didn't we start out 2-1 on the last one as well, with Cloud9 up by a round?
Yes, I believe we did.
Yeah, so, I mean, a very similar start here. You know, you get Cloud9 that looks like they're running away with it for a second, then Sinister bounces back, recovers, and then we got a ball game.
Both of these teams are extremely scrappy, as well, as we just saw in the last one. Nobody wants to go down without a fight, and that's exactly what we want for viewership all over. I mean, at the end of the day, that's legitimately what casters are. We just get to talk about it. That's it. We still love watching Rainbow Six. That's what we do. We just get to talk while we do it, and for some reason you guys watch. And you watch for the players, but it's okay. We understand. We're watching for the players too. So always really, really cool to see teams like this, you know, really duke it out and put in all of their effort to try and get these wins, and that's exactly what both of these teams are doing right here. And I love that C9 kind of went with the, all right, let's take the kiddie gloves off here, ladies and gents. We're not trying anything new anymore. We're going with tried and true, and we're going to try and get this win.
Absolutely. And the one thing about Cloud9 that I don't think have an advantage over, I'm not saying that they have a disadvantage either, is gunplay. Aim and gunplay. I think both of these teams are very evenly matched on that. Now, can we expect for the basically Sinister to have the same level of strats as Cloud9? Of course not. There's just no way. You know, Cloud9's practicing a bajillion hours a day, etc., etc. At the same time, can we expect Cloud9 to basically pull out their best strats? I don't think so. Not with Pro League around the corner. You know, Super Day was planned originally for Friday, but, you know, that's just not something that's going to happen.
Yeah, not going to happen. A little bit of a sound glitch with the hard breacher charges is what was tweeted out by ESL, and I also saw Parker touching that a little bit. So no longer is it going to be Friday. They are going to delay Pro League a little bit longer until they can get that sound glitch fixed. Luckily, we haven't had an issue with it tonight, which is nice, so that we haven't had any rounds going by the wayside that really shouldn't have. But as we are going to be getting a little bit deeper into the round, we are going to start things off with an admin take here. And we're going to have Aviation opening up the hatch inside of admin, as we are going to start things over here from the west side, or excuse me, the east side. For some reason, I was thinking we were on the previous maps. Anyways. I'll just give it a sec here, as she is going to have to take care of something, but Fox A in the meantime is going to take care of Sippin on OJ, as we are going to have Violet fix her overlay right there. But everything's clean now. We're all good. Don't worry about it, Violet. We're all good. Fox A is going to get that kill anyways on the Sippin OJ. And Sippin has had such a good match so far on these entry fraggers, Ash specifically being one of them, but not right now. Fox A back on his groove with these roamers.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting decision to skeletonize that long desk. Absolutely no cover from it. Usually that benefits the defender, so an interesting choice to absolutely shred it. But they will take the... Oh, and sorry, Cloud9 to do that. But anyways, they will push in from admin side. Aviation will find out. Rudy will too. 4v3 now. The Buck will do some work on the stairs. He'll get 2 Aviation. Goddess will refrag 1 back onto Rudy. But now the diffuser is down. And now it's all up to the defenders to attempt a retake. Goddess will find 1 kind of stuck in a corner. An easy kill onto Smurfin. Very low health. The other defender downstairs, Mark the Shark, still full health. Goddess has to find 2 more. I'm not sure what Mark is, but he'll find one of his own. Aviation, that'll be the buck gone. Now Goddess is actually on the diffuser. I'm not sure where the last Thatcher, oh, but he will take her down. Now Thatcher need only defend the diffuser for moments longer, as about only a third of the time remains. They must have a drone. Detox will find the last one in the round with the 2-piece, and Sinister will tie this up 2-2.
Once again, Sinister just putting on all the burners, trying to bring as much heat as possible. And what a close matchup we have today. This is looking fantastic. This is already chalking itself up to be one of the greatest CCS seasons I've ever seen. And we're only on day 1. I'm very excited to see what the rest of this season holds, especially when we have matches like this already.
Listen, I mean, over 250 teams in North America alone, this is not even EU, entered our 2 qualifiers. And out of those, Sinister, of course, finishing last season in a high enough position to be invited back, and all the other ones battling through a field of 250 teams. And we only had 6 teams make it into CCS. So, anyway, I mean, it's very even though some teams are more known than the other. And I think this match is speaking for itself in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that what you said at the very beginning of this holds true. That in of you cannot disregard these teams just because you don't know them. Relevancy is not something that regards skill. It does not. They're not on an equal playing field. Just because you're not known doesn't mean you're not good at what you do. So, and that is really what's showing right now. Sinister Academy is very good at what they do, and what they do is try and beat Cloud9.
I think they try and beat just about whoever is up against them. But, I mean, here they are, a map up over Cloud9. And here we go into round number 5, the second to last defensive round for Cloud9. Remember, we had talked about how you thought this map was so fair and balanced, but we saw Noble pretty much run away with the defense, almost untouched. It was 5-1 by the time of the scoreline change. And then they managed to win 2-1 on attack. So, a balanced map, seemingly so this time around.
I mean, when I say something, it's, you know, 70% of the time it's right every time. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at here. But Consulate is more or less one of the most balanced maps in the game. It's just really, if you're good at taking Consulate is quite a large map, and if you're not good at takes on it, you will be punished just due to the fact that roamers are so relevant in this map. As you can see, Foxay down here in Archives trying to get as much data to everyone on his team that he possibly can. He can literally feed data to everyone upstairs roaming all the way from down here. That's how far this cardiac sensor reaches. So he's able to just feed out his roamers everything and allows them to make these plays. And that is exactly what's going to be going on right now.
Yes, indeed. And Retro will open it up with the SMG-11 onto the head of Rudy. Rudy being the first frag yet again 2 rounds in a row, if I'm not mistaken. And nice little peek hole here for Retro. He's got a long angle, too, to boot. I think he just saw the foot there at the end as well. So full upstairs admin control in the hands of the attackers. They're going to start to get pieces of this wall open. Looks like they've actually already gotten some pieces. Not a vaultable hole by any stretch of the imagination, but at least something that they can shoot.
Yes, most definitely, as we are going to have Rudy down on that Capital, so none of those bolts are going to have effect on the round. Things are going to start heating up here for the offense, though. No more nades left on Aviation, as we are going to have people trying to rotate up flag hallway, sipping on OJ, trying to see if he can find anybody peeking out. We are going to have Habana, played by Smurfin, rotating over to the balcony, trying to apply some pressure to Retro inside of this connector. He does have one more Toxic Babe after the one that he just threw. Let's see if he is going to find Habana. He goes for the pre-fire, not going to find it, though, as Smurfin is going to identify out that he is trying to peek him out from the window. Laxing going to pick up Aviation, though, and that is going to be the buck. So no one going to be holding down flag hallway too tightly anymore. Laxing going to find another one, and a little bit of that last map is showing us Foxy is going to find someone with that C4, and that is what happens when you do not roam clear, ladies and gentlemen. People like Pulse do exist out here in the streets, and they will find you with that nitro cell.
Two things. Number one, that was extremely well played by Cloud9. I don't think that would be a doubt in anybody's mind. But number two is, this goes back to what I explained when this map first started, is there are so many different ways to play this. This is absolutely completely different than what we saw Cloud9 do the first time they attempted the defense. And also they were successful with a different, complete style of defense up top. They went back up again, and that was when they did the spawn peek, but and the jump out by Laxing, but got traded back and taken over and actually won by Sinister somehow. Good round from them. But here we go, round 6, 3-2. This will be the last round before the roles swap. Cloud9 with a slight lead.
Cloud9 with a slight lead indeed, but I really don't want to chalk it up to anything just yet, just due to what happened the last time. Absolutely crazy map once again. If you guys did not see the first map, which was Oregon, you guys definitely need to go back in the VOD and watch it after we're done with this map, obviously. You guys have that CCS content for the entire night. So, I really don't want to chalk this thing up to anything crazy just yet until somebody has that comfortable lead. Cloud9 was definitely showing this same prowess the last map, and it ended up falling to the wayside, and Sinister ended up winning in overtime. So we'll see if Sinister is able to, you know, heat things up this time around and try and turn things around into their favor. We are on the last round before the attacker-defender role swap here, and then we will have Cloud9 on offense and Sinister on defense. But for right now, we are going to be having C9 over here on the defense for one last time.
Yeah, and a little bit of a run on balcony by the Legion. I'm not sure if he tried to, like, throw one of the goo mines a little bit further. He'll hop right back in, though. Or probably out just to throw a couple of goo mines there onto the balcony. But that is still yet to be seen. A lot of west side presence here from the attack. They've been doing pretty well at getting control of admin in order to get into this map, even on the basement defense. This time around, it looks like they're going to try and take a stab at doing the basement first. Because remember, last time they didn't bring that Thatcher. Instead, they brought the Buck and tried to battle for Piano. But panels 1 and 3, as is typical, will get opened up here pretty quickly. The run out being looked for by Smurfin as his teammates prepare to enter, perhaps from another angle.
Drone is activated.
Yes, trying to get as much information on the site as possible before they enter. Getting that head count, as I like to call it, making sure they know the amount of bodies that are currently playing defense tightly and who is off of site. And speaking of people that are off site, Fox A is going to end up finding Aviation once again. That is going to be the Buck off the board, so no crazy vertical angle is going to be opened up. Now, they do actually have a Glaz, and we have not seen Glaz all day due to him being banned the entire time. Fox A going to open up the CEO windows and kind of a distraction protocol that he's currently trying to play out. He's trying to waste as much time, and this is exactly what Fox A is good at. He's good at trying to get the offense to pay attention to him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a minute and 20 left, and not a lot of action ever since the opening kill. Glass taking a little bit of a beating. He'll see one at the window, but not pull the trigger in time. But now that is a dangerous presence that they have to worry about as the time ticks away. He'll see that little bit of yellow appear again. He'll actually start moving up. Mark the Shark will get one onto Smurfin. Glaz will back up, see the yellow, just cannot land the shots. Mark will get a second as well. A jump out from the balcony, and nobody's gone down yet, and an impact grenade will finish this round off. The savageness of Fox A. If it works, it works. You can't knock him for it. So that will be it. Cloud9 will win 2 in a row, bring this puppy to 4-2.
And, I mean, honestly, that feeds back right to what I'm saying. If you don't pay attention to Fox A when he does all of those things, he will make you pay for it. It was just that little flick down of Glass looking back to Garage, and Fox A just, from the top rope, sends it out of CEO window, and it's just, you have to pay attention to me, otherwise I'm going to murder you. And it ended up working out in the end. Mark picking up 2, Goddess picking up another one on site, and then that last glorious kill with the Pokeball going to end up finishing off that round. And C9 is going to be up 2 rounds. 4-2 currently is the scoreline as we are entering that attacker-defender role swap. So we will be seeing C9 on offense this time around, and they are going to be playing the Dokkaebi.
Yeah, they're going to be playing the Dokkaebi. We're going to get a 6 pick from Sippin, and I want to talk about Sippin because we saw Sippin absolutely tear it up on Oregon, but here 6 rounds deep, yet to find a single kill. Very atypical for Sippin on OJ, as he is usually one of their heaviest fraggers. That is going to be one of the reasons why Sinister has been unable to, I guess, go tit for tat. Now, they're not down, but only 2 rounds. However, their ability to stay tit for tat like they did on Oregon and even perhaps pull into the lead has been greatly, I guess, troubled by the fact that RT, my goodness, I'm getting my players mixed up. Sippin on OJ, unable to find the frags that he is usually so good at finding here on console.
Now, since this is going to be the first defensive round of Sinister, we don't exactly know what they are going to be doing for their setups. It seems like they are going for the traditional setup upstairs, which is play that smoke inside of meeting, play those long angles with ACOGs, and just hope for the best. Now, we do have Sippin on OJ on that pulse. He was pretty prominent on that in the last map. Played it a couple times, had some very good rounds on said man, but not able to find a kill just yet this time around. Mark with a very early kill on the Smurf, and that's going to be Jaeger off the board. And that's all the way over by Yellow Stairs. So Yellow Stairs already cleared out, and what Mark is on Ash. Mark is on Ash. I'm trying to figure out exactly where he killed him from, but there is going to be Yellow Stairs completely cleared out, so they are going to have a lot of pressure early on from this side. It appears that Mark actually killed him from the window outside, so a little bit of an aggressive peek there by Smurf and gets punished, as they do know that someone is downstairs right now. You can see Mark holding the angle. Sippin is all the way downstairs in Garage, and once again, that is the beauty of Pulse on this map. You can get all of your information through every single floor with that cardiac sensor.
Yeah, now so we saw Cloud9 do this exact same strategy. The problem is now that Cloud9's on attack, they did something that Sinister did not do, and that's drone the basement. They know he's down there. Now he's rotated since, but they know that he has a presence down below and that he is a pulse. And so whether or not they're going to act on that information is still yet to be seen, but half of the round is gone, and they've only managed to find 1 in the process. Not a lot of map control, especially on the floor that the site is on, in the hands of the attackers right now.
Now Retro going to actually be shielding the sound of the window break with that phone call, as the bomb is going to start going down. Goddess back on a regular roll as usual, going to be giving her life to put this diffuser down. She's going to make it away with just a little bit of health. Sippin finding his first kill on a Fox A, but still a very tall task to be coming up. Sippin with a second kill, going to be let up with Goddess, as Laxing's going to rotate in behind. He's going to go big with 2, and he's going to try and find more. 3v2 situation. Sippin's all the way downstairs. He's trying to find him, but Sippin's going to rotate up yellow. No one's going to discover him just yet. We do have Detox on the Echo. It's going to be a tall task for these defensive members to try and pick up this round. They still have Laxing lurking in behind them on the east side of the map, and someone up hiding inside of the window. Is Sippin going to be able to find his third one here? No. Retro's going to be able to make contact with him with that SMG-12, and that is going to be round number 5 for the boys and girl of C9.
Yeah, C9 isn't messing around. Oregon, they know Oregon's a map that everybody who plays competitive Siege at any level, from the Go4s and Community Cups all the way up to Pro League, everybody knows how to play Oregon. Consulate, again, bigger map, more hiding spots, more verticality. There's a lot more to know to be proficient with a map like Consulate, and Cloud9, a team that lives together, that practices every day, that Siege is their job, Siege is their life, is always going to be more prepared on a map that has so much to it, like Consulate, than Cloud9.
Absolutely. And Consulate has been in the map pool since day 1. That's the thing that blows my mind about Rainbow Six. We have all played this game for relatively 2 to 3 years. I played it since beta. I don't know how long Ty's been playing it.
Beta.
But there you go. Both since beta. And there is still things on these maps that you find out. I found out new stuff about Console like 2 weeks ago. This map has been in here since the dawn of Rainbow Six Siege. And you still find out new stuff about maps like every month. And it still blows my mind that there is just that much depth to all of these maps. Now, granted, we have had some bad apples. We have. And I'm happy that we have, you know, fixed those. But, you know, we'll talk about this one while we're waiting. You know,
you don't want to add plane to the map pool for CCS?
Oh God, don't bring that back. Don't bring that back. I don't ever want to see that map ever again. When people were arguing for that thing to stay in rank pool, I really just wanted to set my computer on fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Remember how we talked about how we allowed the teams to vote on specialty rules like banning Lion, like doing the one shield on attack, as somebody sounded like they took damage. Yeah, I saw just a smidge. We actually asked them if they wanted to change the map pool, and I had my fingers crossed that they would vote Favela back in, but somebody made a good point, is like with the new ops that we have now that didn't exist when Favela was there, you know, I don't think Favela's a very viable site to defend, or map to defend any site on that map.
Yeah, even then, could you imagine getting Dokkaebi called and shot through any wall? That would be the scariest thing ever. If that phone went off, you're dead. You're dead. It's ridiculous. But as we are going to be getting into this round number 8 right now, in between these two teams, Cloud9 up once again 5-2. For those of you that do listen on audio only, yes, that does happen, Ty. I know that not very many people do it, but sometimes I do it at work when we are on EU, listen on audio only. So 5-2 is the current map count in favor of Cloud9, and we do have Sinister on defense this time around, currently sipping on OJ over here by admin stairs. Now, they do have a pretty unique setup going on. They are in the teller's site, which typically is used when you do have a Mira, but to no avail this time around since she is banned. Now, they are going to be able to get a lot of information with sipping on OJ on this pulse, and it really looks like Cloud9 does not know exactly how they want to take this. They do kind of have a spread out defense here, and that's really what you have to have on this site, as they are going to be able to find Sippin rotating back downstairs, and they are kind of on a methodical pace here, Ty.
They are, and they don't need to do anything else than what they feel comfortable doing because they found so much success so far. It took them a couple 4 rounds when it was 2-2 to balance it out a little bit, but now they're kind of in an interesting position. And I'll tell you another thing is I'm very surprised to see Sinister picking the staggered site. I mean, it's a very difficult site to defend, and for them to go for it is commendable. Fox will get the opening kill on a Rudy. Rudy now being victim of being the opening kill a few too many times here. Aviation will trade it right back on to Laxi, so that's a big fragger gone. Aviation, unfortunately, will be sitting right under the C4, but somehow it will still connect. After he moved out of the way, Smurfer will get one on a Fox A, so now it's looking good for Sinister. 4v2 now.
4v2 indeed, and just the amount of trigger discipline right there to tell his teammate to move before absolutely obliterating Goddess. Just what a play, and another one coming out. The table's not going to save him. Is he going to end up getting the kill? Yes, Retro with an exit frag. Is he going to pick up the second one? No. Sippin', what a huge round for him.
Big round for Sinister in general. Everybody making moves, a couple of beautiful C4s. Like you said, the patience. The bomb site, to pick that bomb site is, I think, requires a level of tactics because it's vertical. I mean, as a matter of fact, in the current map rotation that's available in CCS and in ESL, I can't think of another bomb site that's staggered like that over multiple floors. At least one that's picked ever.
You want me to tell you?
Tell me.
It's gonna be a little bit of a throwback. It's gonna be a little bit of a throwback.
Well, that's in the rotation right now. That's in the rotation right now.
I was gonna say Chalet Bar. Club doesn't have one. Oh my goodness. No, there isn't one. That's the only one. That is the only one that's currently in rotation. So.
And there's a reason for that. Is because usually a staggered bomb site, a multi-floor bomb site, is not a viable bomb site. But we've seen it happen twice today. I cannot remember the result of the previous one, although I think it was a success. This one definitely a success as well. So, interesting changes happen. I mean, there hasn't been much of a change to this map ever. And, you know, that's a bomb site we never would have used to see now becoming a viable bomb site.
Yeah, well, that tends to happen when you do have that rotation parameter of 3, where you have to have 3 viable sites in order to really have a strong defense. And granted, Consulate is kind of the house of strong defenses. If you have a very, very defense-oriented team, you really can have very good success on this map, especially with just the amount of things you can be creative with on lobby, as well as CEO and basement. But, you know, adding another little outlier to your rotation around this map can really throw things off of the offense. And as you could see, that really did that for Cloud9 right there.
Absolutely. And, of course, it was, you know, is it even parameter 3? I think it still might be parameter 2. As far as rotation. Either way, it was still only the second defense by Sinister, so they definitely chose to go there. And, you know, I got to applaud them for making it happen. But here we go, round 9, map 2. If you're just tuning in, Sinister Academy taking map 1 off of Cloud9. That was Oregon in OT, and I believe the score line on that was 8-6, if I'm not mistaken. So here we are on the second map, Consulate. The best Cloud9 can hope to do is tie. Sinister, still the ability to win. Still 2 rounds behind. A lot of work to be done.
Yeah, objective rotation parameter is 2. I'm thinking that you have to do 3 rounds prior to get back to that site. Basically, that was what was in my head. But anyways, yeah, objective rotation parameter in the settings is 2. There you go. Anyways, we are going to have Garage opened up for Cloud9 as they are looking to get onto that ever so sweet match point here. Already have a kill onto Sippin. Sippin has either been full on or full off this entire map here. Really? I mean, he really hasn't. It's either he dies or he lives and murders everyone. That's it. I think that's really all he's had success with the entire time. As we are going to have an absolute tear of utility coming out, but Foxay, before the last one can be thrown, is going to gun Rudy from behind. Smurfing going to find one as well as Aviation, but Smurfing going to get the refrags. Laxing is going to find Aviation as well. 2 refrags coming out. It's going to be Detox all alone and a ringing phone in his pocket as the bomb is going to start going down here momentarily. Retro going to start putting down the diffuser as they are going to hear the feats of Detox walking around upstairs. Let's see if he is going to be able to try and prevent what's going on right here. And very close shot right there. Foxay actually going to end up hitting Detox in the shoulder. I know it looked like a headshot, but the blood did come from the shoulder. Always confuses everyone just a little bit, but nonetheless, Detox is going to be able to stay alive. He is playing that mute with the shotgun SMG-11 set up. That natural cell really not going to do what he wanted, but he is going to be able to get the Claymore, but that is going to be to no avail as Retro with the SMG-12 once again going to be able to clean that one up.
Yeah, 3 rounds in a row. 2 of those rounds he was able to clean up the last kill with that SMG-12. Retro SMG-12 main nowadays. Cloud9 taking this baby to match point. They are not messing around. They did not enjoy losing on stream to Sinister Academy. They are back for blood here on Consulate. So yeah, they're taking it very seriously, playing it very well, and it's showing. Retro being the top fragger now. Everybody just doing a really great job spreading out the work on Cloud9. Not having to carry any weight. And when you're in a situation like that, it's whoever gets the frags gets the frags. No big deal because you're winning rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I think the biggest takeaway from today's match is that it really did kind of show that pro players really can do any role that they really want to do. Granted, they did not win the first map. I will give you guys that. But they all had found pretty good success on what they did, all except for Foxay. Love you, Fox. I love you. You know that. But, buddy, 0-7 was not the play. It was not the play. It was not the play. So, you know, after they switched back, you know, really brought it back to them on Oregon. But again, just too late. Too little, too late. But this time around, playing no games, back to the regular roles, and it really shows in the scoreboard. That's typically what, you know, Cloud9 does look like when they are typically playing inside a Pro League. So this right here is what I expected to happen to the first map. Didn't come to fruition, but did the second map. The people that clicked tie, which I think was like 2% on StrayFab, you're going to be very happy.
Yeah, it was exactly 2% of the public chose tie. 4% chose Sin Win, hashtag Sin Win, which I think is their is Sinister's hashtag, and 94% thought Cloud9 was going to be a sweep. Laxing will start it off 10 seconds deep, nailing Detox right in the head. That will be a counter peek, and that's why you don't peek Froze Laxing. Oh my gosh. We'll make him pay for it in chat too. He'll make him know you don't want to peek Froze, okay? This isn't ranked. So, you know, Laxing will smack that kill down. Only 4 left on Sinister. Still plenty of time left to go. A good site, too. Some might debatably say the best site to defend in the map, but it is Cloud9 you're up against.
Absolutely, and you got to respect the hot yeet after that right there. Just making sure that he knew exactly what happened to him. And what an operator to go down as well. I mean, Echo, I don't think that's the smartest use of your utility since you are the man that can prevent those bomb plants. But nonetheless, we are going to be roughly halfway through the round here as Smurfin is going to make Mark pay for whatever Mark was trying to do on yellow, but in the process right there, Aviation is going to take a lot of damage, and by a lot of damage, I mean a dead amount of damage, as he is going to go down from the hands of Retro, and Retro's trying to find another one. Retro's been so dangerous on this Dokkaebi so far this map, taking a lot of damage, but he's not afraid to peek at all. Does see the head dancing above that shield right there. Is he going to be able to find it? He's waiting for it to peek out one more time. Oh my goodness, what fast movement we have coming out from behind the shield. That's the power of the Q&E, ladies and gentlemen, as the second call is going, the first call is going to be coming out from Retro. Things are already heating up, and when there's smoke, there is indeed fire. Is Retro's going to get a kill for the smoke? Oh my goodness! Nitro Cell not going to make any contact. The second call is going to come out. The diffuser is going to start going down from Goddess, but Smurfin's going to be able to find her, and that's going to be all the way from Flag Hallway. All the phones going off. Spippin's going to try and find another kill from inside of the office area. He's going to end up killing a drone, going to get tagged down. Is going to end up going down in the frame of the bathroom. Now, things are going to slow down just a little bit here as you can still hear the remnants of that logic bomb going off in Smurfin's pocket. Now, Sippin is in a very bad spot right now. Smurfin, though, not, as he is going to be able to pick up one and Fox with a little bit of BM. Going to end Sippin's life with a sledgehammer, and it's going to be all left up to Smurfin with him and his pocket going off. But you know what else is going off? Cloud9, as they're going to be able to clean up this last round here, and Consulate as a whole.
So I've got to say, very surprising to see back-to-back ties opening day in North America. This just means that people are out here battling hard to get any leverage that they can. Cloud9 putting on an excellent performance, 7-3 on Consulate. So welcome back to us, me and Stokes here. It's been a long night for us. It's been, I hope, a wonderful long night of competitive Siege for you folks at home. We'd like to thank you so much for tuning in to our inaugural North American kickoff match, kickoff day. We will be back